Hey everybody, it's the Tuesday just after Monday morning podcast with your host Joe, not Bill Burr, unfortunately. Uh, this Tuesday, what do we have? We got February 4th, we're in February now. A lot of stuff going on in my personal world, so I'm going to save any reactions to Bill's podcast. His Monday or even the Thursday. I'll do that all on Friday, unless the week is crazy. But anyways, I wanted to start off first by saying thanks to anybody who's been listening or sharing, liking, subscribing, any of that shit. You guys are the real stars. You guys are the reason that I have faith in humanity at all. We all just lifted each other up a little bit, supported each other. And on that note, there's somebody, I shared my link on your channel and you commented and, kind of gave me a nice review kind of deal. So I'll find your name. I don't know the exact name, but I'll find you and I'll follow you and I'll give you a shout out because that was cool. Being supported by another small time, trying to make it through life at least. I don't want to say make it big because I could give a shit about that. But, so anyways, first thing, let's start off. What's the deal with this fucking Blackhawk helicopter and this American Airlines flight? Somebody's got to explain to me what happened, because to me, and I'm not a big conspiracy theorist kind of person, but to me something fucking, how do you do that? I watched the video, that they showed us from the fucking news tower or whatever across the water, and you see the helicopter flying the entire time and you see the headlights of the plane, and the whole time I'm just thinking, how the fuck can you not see headlights the size of a damn house? It was like, and yeah, they said the helicopter started to veer off and was 100 feet too high, but I'm sure even old fucking Buddy Bill Freckles, he's a helicopter pilot. I'm sure he'll tell you, for one, how the fuck do you not see that bright of headlights, even if you're like a fucking 45-degree angle coming at each other? It's still gonna be like in your, on your fucking window or I don't get it. Secondly, helicopters have this amazing ability, which I don't know if anybody knows, to fucking hover in place. You can fly backwards while you're looking forwards. There's plenty of shit. So why they didn't fucking maneuver or anything doesn't make sense to me at all. It's like they put a picture of one of the girl, the female, or well, the only one I've seen so far, that was a soldier who passed in the crash. And all I keep picturing in my head is her doing 1,000 hours of simulator training and then all these hours of training in person, just for the captain to be like, fucking, they're flying along or whatever, and guy, whoever's training her, she's like, well, what's that really bright light, and he's like, I don't know. We're not near an airport or anything. It might be a UFO. Fucking hit it. Just go hit it. Like, that's the only thing I could think. Because it's a Blackhawk military, like, training or not. Just for civilian pilots, you got to do flight simulations. You got to do, small aircraft up to larger and so on. And so many hours of flying, landing, control, everything. It's not just you fucking, hop in and we're going to take the Blackhawk for a ride today, And, the plane's too big to fucking, they couldn't have maneuvered out of the way. But the chopper, I'm sure shit could have done something. So somebody, fucking give me an answer on that one. But now on this a little more funny shit, because that's not really funny at all, I don't think. I think it's funny. I think something's funny about it, but I don't think that, obviously that's never funny. Accidents, crashes, military, it's none of that's funny. But no, so this mostly going to regard to women, sadly. Can't live with them, can't live without them, same thing they can say for guys. But no, Bill, in your live at Red Rocks in 2022, or at least that's when it came out. Your pandemic show, man. The fucking one where we were all inside and got to go outside and take off our chin diapers. Yeah, man. That episode, that special. You had a joke about running into this fucking, shoulder bump the lesbian in New York City when you're walking. And, long story short, anybody who's seen it, he says, if you're going to be a friend with the lesbian as a guy, you got to be friends with the guy in the relationship. The one who takes all the shit, aka the stud. If you want to go by that. The friend I made, she goes by the stud. So that's what I'm going to use for the context of the story. But what I did is took your bald, hairless, wizardly advice and became friends with the guy in the relationship. And I'll tell you, for 2 weeks, we were bros. But I learned something, Bill. I learned two things. I learned that you're right. You can win an argument with a woman by just being quiet. But the second thing I learned is that being friends with the guy in the lesbian relationship, or the masculine one, however you want to put it, stud, whatever the fuck, that friendship still doesn't fucking work. Because at the end of the day, they're both still women. So I get this, yo, bro, hit me up when if you get on a PlayStation or you want to go to a bar. I just moved here to Michigan from Florida, so I'm trying to meet people. So I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, who better to find women than a fucking lesbian as a friend, and it's the stud, so she's looking for what, not, she's taken all that, but in general, she's, got the eye out as well. And, so a week or two in, and it's all of a sudden fucking first, as soon as I see this girl, it's just fucking, and off into the distance it goes. And I just fucking did the same thing. I just let it fucking roll. I had plenty of fucking things I could have said back. I was like, I haven't said nothing sexual. I haven't fucking been disrespectful. There's nothing you had on me. I could have embarrassed the hell out of her, but, I was like, you know what? It was not the right place or time. Maybe something happened in their relationship. I'm just going to let it fucking go. I'm not even going to get loud. I'm not going to even get fucking involved. Don't have the time for this shit. And you know what happens? 2 days, 3 days of quiet. And now we're just basically friends again. Like nothing fucking happened. So what I think, conclusion I've come to, is the girl in this relationship, or the feminine one, she's jealous because the stud is probably laying it down so well. She doesn't want anybody taking the stud. And stud is, even though she's lesbian, she's still a female at the end of the day. So I'm still competition, in the eyes of the game, I guess. I don't fucking know. Any lesbian couples out there in the same situation, or similar, had a guy that, the sexiest thing I sent to her was, I'm logging onto my PlayStation now if you're gonna be online. I don't fucking get it. Like I said, I chalk it up to women being women. So Bill, you should have shoulder checked the shit out of her. You should have fucking shoulder bumped her. You should have leaned into it, just like you said, and fucking, done what everybody wants to do to Patrick Mahomes. Which, on that note, why wasn't Taylor Swift the quarterback of the AFC side on the fucking flag football game? It doesn't make sense to me. It's flag football anyway. You're not tackling her. And even then, even if you were tackling, just give her the Mahomes rule, and she won't get hurt. And that'd have brought, 800 million little fucking girls to watch a game they don't give a fuck about. And also on that game, if you bet your money on Team Manning, I think you won. It's fucking Manning Bowl, Peyton and his brother as coaches. What does the world come to, What have sports come to? But no, so anyways, the other girl story I have. So there was, I was married. split before I moved up. Obviously, moving up, was a decision I made after being single and thinking about the future, my future, and obviously my what I want out of life. But so after we split, I didn't move right away. Obviously, she got everything. I'm not gonna fucking. There's one of your reasons to hit a woman, Belle, but I didn't do it. I'm not that kind of guy. I don't fucking condone it. But there was a reason. She got everything. It was me and the fucking cat. That's all I got to keep was the cat. But so anyway, it's a little bit after, maybe say a couple months after we split. I'm still in a bad state, whatever. I meet this girl. She's in a similar situation. We both agree we're not looking for anybody to date yet, but we kind of had a little connection, so we started hanging out. Next thing you know, we go out on a little date, here and there, and then I think she got a little scared or something, like she's getting feelings, and she said, hey, I'd like to take some time and, push this back. And I said, all right, no problem, I said, we both agreed, we didn't want to rush into nothing, so I'm not gonna push it. I'm just reciprocating what I get, so you message me, good morning, cutie. I'm not going to say back, the fuck do you want? I'm going to, at least night. I didn't know her that well. But, no, so, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. I wasn't over the top. She wasn't over the top. It was all right down the middle, I'd say. And then, like I said, we kind of pushed that off and decided let's, just kind of distance ourselves and be friends because we just got out of relationships. We don't want to be the rebounds. So we did that. And that's been about, let's see, what are we in? February 25 now? Jesus, that was summer of 23 when that happened. So, we've been friends now, but distantly friends. Like, one of those people you say hi to on Facebook or whatever every couple months. Like, hey, I heard you got a hurricane, or, I heard you got a snowstorm or whatever. How's the kids? Some dumb shit like that. So that's what I did. I fucking messaged her a couple days ago, and it's been snowing up here, so I got a real good picture of the lake. It was frozen. People were skating and shit. Real cool looking, and I just sent the picture, and I sent word for word. I'll read it word for word. Hey, I hope everything's going well for you in Florida. I absolutely love it up here. So happy I moved. And that was, I think pretty much it. And then the picture with it. And, I might have put a fucking emoji or something, like a little smiley face, or like a fucking, something. Oh, no. Actually, I remember I put snowflakes. I put snowflakes because the snow in the frozen lake. So absolutely nothing flirty, nothing out of line whatsoever. That was a couple days ago. Wake up this morning, and there's a message from her on Facebook Messenger. So I'm like, oh, all right, whatever. I'll open it up. It's 2 words. It says, or 3 words. It says, I'm married now. And underneath, this person is no longer available to message. She fucking blocked me and said she was married. Which, first of all, I thought none of us, or either of us, were looking for someone to date. Now you're fucking married a year and a half, less than a year and a half later. And then second, like I said, and then females, please chime in and, let me know. You got the backstory. Like I said, it was right down the middle. I didn't push, she didn't push. It was respectful on both sides. And then we respectfully, went friends. And a year and a half later, all I say is fucking, I hope everything's going well for you. I love where I live now. So happy I made this choice. I didn't invite her up. I didn't ask her if she wanted to, I mean, that was all the message, was just the fucking excitement of being here, and I hope you're doing good. So why do women fucking jump to automatically, even if you say the dumbest shit? I could fucking message, I bet you half the girls on my Facebook or online right now that I have as friends, I could message them something about fucking SpaghettiOs or fucking waffles, and half of them would take it as some kind of flirt and either block you or fucking I have a boyfriend, I have a husband, I'm married. What does you being married have to fucking do with me liking living 1,200 fucking miles away from you? I don't get it. And I mean, fuck, you know. And I can kind of, you know, same thing with the lesbian thing. I was like Bill for a couple days. They were winning because I was walking around pissed off. Like, who the fuck are you? You know, I know when I'm flirting with somebody or not, and I sure as fuck wasn't with either of you. So, who the fuck are you, ladies? You know, I mean, I'm not a 10 by any means, but who the fuck are you to, you know, get this attitude or this fucking, I don't know what it is, but I mean, I was married for 7 years, you know, happy for most of it. And obviously you don't divorce happily, you know, so, you know, but I mean, if I was married for that long and, you know, kept her happy and we fucking, you know, plenty of good memories in that time, I don't understand how that same person, you know, people look at it like I said, well, fucking women have this automatic sense of, you know, like, I understand it. Most guys online, you know, you get a high. That's what you get. You get a high. Or a hey beautiful or a sup. You know, I'd blow those fuckers off too. Because, you know, the second message you're getting is a dick picture if you answer. So I totally understand. But two of these both were, you know, one was a newer friend, a couple weeks. That, like I said, that I'm blaming Bill for that one. Because I took his advice and was friends with the dude in the relationship. But the other one, I just don't fucking understand because I'm not even in the same area of the country as you, nor do I have the money to fly you out or fly to you to even fuck around if you were in a relationship or weren't, or regardless. So, yeah, ladies, anybody, you know, if you could help me figure that out, you know, I'd love to know where her thoughts were at. You know, from a woman's perspective, because from my perspective, I mean, it doesn't bother me. We only talked a few times, you know. Well, I guess it did bother me, obviously, but I mean, as far as, you know, I'm not losing someone out of my life like that. I only messaged her once every few months after we, you know, agreed to not date. But yeah, what bothered me is why the assumption of the automatic flirtation or, you know, an invitation to some kind of, you know, like I'm like a Diddy party or something. Like, what the fuck's going on? You know, is that how bad most men really are? You know, is that really how bad this shit is? It doesn't make sense. I don't get it. I mean, fucking internet's ruining the world, man. Or yeah, I don't know. But yeah. So a funny little side note. I was wondering, you know, based off of Bill Burr comedy and shit, and, you know, a lot of stuff actually pertains to jokes that he has. This is a good question if you ever listen. Since Nia's last name, at least on Wikipedia, and I'm not fucking, you know, following you or nothing creepy, it's all online, so don't fucking, you know, don't have me killed. Just a fan of you guys, but if she's Nia Hill and you're Bill Burr, did you hyphenate? Because in my head, if you hyphenated those two names together, and your kids have those names, all I picture is a handicapped Asian guy trying to say hillbillies, but instead they're hillburries. Or did you take Nia's last name? Actually, that's what you should have done. You should have taken Nia's last name. No hyphens, nothing. Just become Billy Hill. Because on every form that you fill out, when it's last name first, you'd have been Hill, Billy. You'd have been a true Hill, Billy. Oh. Because I know how much you love them Southerners and their guns and their redneck trucks. And pick them up trucks and shit. But something I wanted to fix. So listening to myself, on Friday, my Friday post, listening to that, I was telling a story about why I even started this whole fucking riding up people's ass on YouTube and shit, just to, you know, stir the pot and see if I can't meet somebody or get some attention, you know, from somebody. I told my mom's side of the story about Disney World, Disney in general suing her for the fucking $20 to $30 drawings she was selling on fucking eBay of Mickey Mouse and shit. Which, I'm not going to say, fuck you to Disney, but at the same time, I mean, god damn, how many billions do you need? And you're still picking on a lower class lady who was, doing a side hustle drawing of cartoon characters you drew up. Not even you guys, your fucking predecessor, Walty, old Walty boy, fucking drew this shit up in the 20s and 30s and shit. And now you're going to take 20, 30 bucks out of my mom's pocket because it's coming out of your trillions? I mean, that's pretty fucking, that's like if I start making a couple dollars off of this fucking podcast or Copycast thing, and then I get a fucking call from Bill saying he wants 90% of the income because, I based it off of him being funny and shit. I mean, I could see it happen. Well, I hope, like I said, hopefully he's cooler than that. But I could see that shit happening. But no, I failed to give you guys the rest of the story. I ended up going on to the monster truck story with Avenger and how I fucking insulted him, not knowing he was right behind me. And, that was great. Got to travel and meet all those guys. But no, my dad's side of the story of how I got into, or how I decided to, I guess you could say, fuck around and find out what happens with, trying to do this shit. 2008 was the year. The Daytona 500. Ryan Newman was my favorite, racer at the time. And he won the Daytona 500 that year. So he came down to Fox 13 News in Tampa to do an interview. And my dad's one of those, Northeastern fucking, like I said, if I met Bill, I'm not going to sit there and shit my pants and fucking have him sign my tits and, flash my fucking shit and freak out and run around in circles and get my hair all frizzy and yada yada. Because, at the end of the day, like I said, he zips his dick in the fucking zipper every now and then like the rest of us guys. But my dad's even worse like that. So he don't give a fuck if it's Michael Jackson, or I actually got in contact with Gene Simmons one time. He was trying to get sponsorship for the monster truck racing, and he fucking sent a letter to Gene Simmons' house and tried to get a Kiss monster truck started. But so we're in we go to Tampa the morning of the interview, and he asks Fox, he says, look, my son's a younger teenager. He's we're racers ourselves. He's interested in racing, and his favorite driver won. He's here doing the interview. Why don't you let him just say hi to his favorite, his racing idol? And Fox 13, their security, whoever, I was a little younger, I don't know the story, but they said no, get the fuck out of here. And what happens? Fucking, there's a way in and a way out, or, you could take either. So 2 entrance exits, however you want to call it. So you got a 50-50 shot. My dad fucking pulls the car when one of the exits, or entrance exits, fucking pops the hood, and we play broke down. And sure as shit, 10, 15 minutes later, a fucking limousine comes rolling up behind the car. And my dad walks up to the front of the limousine. He says, hey, man, we tried to come in and say, hey, my son's a huge fan. It's just us two out here. We're not causing any issues or nothing. He just wants to say hi. He wants to meet his idol, man. And sure as shit, they rolled the windows down. I got to talk to him, fucking shake his hand. All this shit, all because we faked a broken down car in the driveway. How fucking, ingenious is that? That's fucking awesome. I could make these fucking recordings for years and never get anywhere. Who knows? But he parked his car in the fucking road and met, a famous, racer, and also at the time now a Daytona 500 winner. It's fucking insane. So, yeah, I figured fuck it, because he could have gotten in trouble. We could have probably got, well, not we. I was a kid, underage, under 18 at the time, but he could have probably got, fucking arrested or sued by Fox, arrested or sued by Ryan Newman in his limousine. I mean, who walks up to a fucking, person's limousine, knocks on the, like, might as well have knocked on the fucking window, like, hey, buddy, you got a minute? Jesus. Fuck. But it was great. For me, it fucking worked. I loved it. So that's what I'm, that's the whole spiel here, to the people that I, put my link on your pages. I'm not trying to steal any of your amazingness. I'm just trying to fucking annoy that William Shakespeare. I call him that because he's, doing these plays in New York, which I actually went to a play in New York. I went to the Addams Family. And, I wish I had the money to go and the time to go see Bill in New York. This is part of why I'm doing this shit, so I could actually meet the dude, maybe fucking see something live, hang out for a minute, fucking, instead of buying a ticket and going, trying to run backstage and catch him before his tour bus. Fuck that. I want to do it the human way. You fucking, I'll one day fly out somewhere and come to a show and we'll fucking shoot the shit. But, no, fuck, where was I going with that now? God damn it. Bill, you fucked me up. Oh, no, William Shakespeare. Yeah, right, the playwright. So, fucking, I saw Addams Family. I don't understand, because even that, it's family friendly and all, of course, but it's darker theme, but family friendly, like a Halloween, theme, if you don't know. But it was still musical, and yeah, one time Bill said he would never get the rom-com, leading position. So I'm very interested to see, well, I won't see it, but I want to know, are you dancing around and singing and shit? Because I don't see you doing that, bold Billy. I don't see you dancing and singing. I see your role as being more of the guy with the shotgun. Like you said, you got a problem over here? Pow! Not anymore. So I'm really interested. Is this a musical play, or it's too fucking bad this isn't a back and forth podcast where you'd answer me, I answer you, because I'm interested. But yeah, you got the fucking crazy women issues going on, from lesbians to straight girls around. You got fucking overtime at work, so it's too much going on there to really get too long into videos. And like I said, I didn't have time to respond to Bill's, podcast of anything funny he may have said, but I'll get to that for Friday's edition. I'll hit his Monday and his Thursday for the week and get it all swooped up in one big video. Thanks again to everybody who, supports, likes, listens, follows. Every click is one click closer to jail time or fucking making the dreams come true. The American dream. Or the American nightmare. However you want to look at it. Other than that, welcome to the golden age of America under Donald Trump, everybody. Tariffs and wars and bears, oh my. I don't fucking know what to tell you. It's going to be a wild one. Other than that, fortunately, I don't have any other comments, and I don't have any fucking advertising people, I don't have any Simply Sillies or any crap recruiters or people recruiters or any fucking what other ones does he have? What's Simply Silly? And dude, that's ZipRecruiter shit you do. That's fucking hilarious. It's fucking, I don't know what you do, why you do it, but that's one of the funniest fucking things, man. But hey, you guys fucking have a safe week, a good week. Go fuck yourselves, as like I said, William Shakespeare, the writer, fucking old Billy Hillbilly, as he says. Other than that, I'll catch in with you on Friday, and by then we'll be getting ready for the big game where the Chiefs either win by one score or the fucking Eagles tear them apart. But regardless, Taylor Swift, everybody. Woo-hoo-hoo! All right, that's it. Talk to you.